In 2025, several Texas cities are quickly transforming into ghost towns, and it's not just about falling home prices, it's the entire fabric of these communities unraveling. From towns like Ozona and Sweetwater to more well-known cities like Galveston and Leander, what was once a thriving real estate market is now turning into a crisis. With prices plummeting by as much as 47%, job opportunities drying up, and an increasing number of empty homes, these cities are rapidly losing their vibrancy. What's driving this shift? Rising mortgage rates, economic instability, and industries like oil and agriculture that just can't sustain the population anymore. And the impact? Black families in particular are feeling the weight of this housing crisis, with limited economic mobility and skyrocketing living costs forcing them to leave. In this video, we're diving deep into the 10 cities that are rapidly losing residents, seeing economic collapse, and turning into what could soon be ghost towns if trends continue. Stay tuned as we explore the forces at play and what it all means for the future of these communities. Before we begin, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We want to hear your thoughts. Have you noticed these trends in your city or neighborhood? Drop your comments below and let's discuss. Number 10. Ozona. Ozona's real estate market has seen a drastic drop of nearly 47% in prices, making it one of the hardest-hit towns in Texas. Known as the biggest little town in the world, it has historically leaned heavily on the oil and gas industry. However, when oil prices decline, as they have recently, towns like Ozona feel the effects almost immediately. This creates an unstable economic environment, making it even harder for Black families who are trying to build wealth through homeownership. Ozona's small population, just around 30,200 people, already limits the pool of buyers, and with many Black families finding themselves priced out, the market slump only adds to the challenge. The drop in prices could represent an opportunity for Black investors or first-time homebuyers looking to enter at a lower price point. With homes now being sold for under $100,000, this could be an affordable option for those willing to navigate the limited job market and rural lifestyle. However, the question remains, is this the best environment for Black families hoping to settle long-term? The town's dependence on a single industry means its economy fluctuates dramatically, which makes financial stability a challenge for anyone looking to build wealth in Ozona. For Black homebuyers, the lack of economic diversification is a real hurdle. In places like Ozona, investing in property doesn't just require capital. It requires the security of a stable job market, which is often lacking in oil-dependent towns. For Black homeowners who have already purchased homes in Ozona, the sharp decline in property values is a source of concern. The financial strain of rising mortgage rates and the sudden loss in home equity may leave homeowners stuck with homes they can't sell at a reasonable price. Even though the real estate slump could present opportunities for some, it's a tough time for those already invested in the market. For long-term economic prosperity, Black families would need more than just affordable home prices. They would need access to reliable employment, a stable economy, and opportunities to build wealth beyond just the value of their homes. Number 9. Sweetwater. Sweetwater, once known for its annual Rattlesnake Roundup Festival, is now seeing its housing market experience a significant downturn. The 25% drop in home prices from 2022 to 2025 reflects the challenges many rural towns face, especially with Black residents who have long struggled to find stable, well-paying jobs. Sweetwater's economy relies heavily on oil, wind energy, and agriculture, all of which are cyclical industries prone to boom and bust cycles. When those industries falter, as they have recently, it impacts everyone, but it often disproportionately affects Black communities that face systemic barriers to economic opportunity. For Black families in Sweetwater, this volatility makes it harder to accumulate wealth through homeownership. While home prices are now more affordable, many Black families find it challenging to secure the capital for purchasing homes, especially with mortgage rates hovering around 7%. With a median income of just $48,000 in Sweetwater, many families are struggling to meet even modest housing costs. The town's economic downturn has also driven young people, especially Black residents, to bigger cities in search of better job opportunities. leading to a shrinking population and a cooling housing market. As younger generations leave for metro areas like Abilene or Dallas, the pool of potential buyers shrinks, leaving homes sitting on the market longer. The result? Sellers in Sweetwater are slashing prices, but with fewer buyers in the market, the opportunity to sell at a reasonable price becomes increasingly slim. For Black investors or first-time homebuyers, Sweetwater may present an opportunity to purchase property at a lower cost. However, the town's reliance on industries that are prone to economic fluctuation, coupled with the limited job opportunities for Black residents, makes Sweetwater a challenging place to build long-term wealth. The drop in home prices might make it tempting to buy, but Black families should carefully consider whether they can afford to live here sustainably. Sweetwater's future economic outlook depends on a diversification of industries and better access to resources for marginalized communities, including Black homeowners. Number 8. Vernon. Vernon, a town of about 10,000 people located in North Texas, has seen its real estate prices decline by 21%. Traditionally, Vernon has been an agricultural hub, but recent drought conditions and a tightening in farming profits have shaken the local economy. For Black families in Vernon, these economic shifts mean that building wealth through homeownership is more difficult than ever. The town's agricultural economy doesn't provide many opportunities for job diversification, leaving many Black residents with limited prospects for upward mobility. This stagnation makes it harder to afford homes, even when prices drop. While Vernon's real estate market may seem like a good deal for some, Black families are still facing significant challenges in securing homeownership. With a median household income of only $44,000, many are priced out of even moderately priced homes, particularly when mortgage rates hover around 7%. Moreover, property taxes in Vernon have increased by 8%, further making it difficult for residents to keep up with rising costs. For Black homebuyers, even with lower home prices, the high costs of insurance, taxes, and interest rates make it difficult to enter the market. Vernon's economy, deeply tied to farming, needs long-term growth and diversification for Black families to find sustained economic opportunities. Black homeowners in Vernon may find themselves stuck in a market where their property value is continually depreciating. With homes sitting on the market for an average of 104 days, it becomes increasingly difficult to sell for a fair price. For Black homeowners already in Vernon, these financial constraints are pushing many to consider leaving the area in search of better opportunities. The situation in Vernon highlights the barriers Black families face when trying to invest in property. It's not just about finding affordable housing. It's about ensuring that housing can be part of a larger strategy for wealth building. Number 7. Galveston. Galveston, Texas, known for its historic charm and beautiful beaches, has experienced a 13% decline in home prices. While this might sound like an opportunity for some, the reality is more complicated for Black homeowners. Galveston's real estate market has long been out of reach for many Black families, particularly as rising insurance premiums, which have increased dramatically due to hurricane and flood risks, make it even harder to invest in property. For Black homebuyers, these skyrocketing costs present a significant barrier to homeownership. In 2022, homeowners were paying around $3,500 in insurance premiums. By 2025, that number has risen to $7,000 or more, outpacing even mortgage payments for some. The increase in insurance costs comes at a time when mortgage rates are rising, making homeownership in Galveston even less affordable for Black families. While the price drops may look appealing, these added costs make it harder for Black homebuyers to get into the market. The increased number of homes on the market and the slowdown in short-term rental investments have further chilled the market. Galveston, once a vibrant vacation hotspot, is now seeing declining interest. And for Black families looking to settle here, the combination of high insurance premiums, property taxes, and mortgage rates can be a heavy burden to bear. For Black investors, Galveston's lower prices might present an opportunity to buy in, but for Black families hoping to purchase a primary residence, the financial barriers are steep. Even though prices have fallen, the costs associated with homeownership have made it difficult for many to access this market. Galveston's market remains a cautionary tale of how systemic issues, like the impact of climate change on insurance rates, can disproportionately affect Black communities trying to enter the real estate market. Number 6. Big Spring. Big Spring, a West Texas town traditionally reliant on the oil industry, has seen a 23% drop in home prices from 2020 to 2025. For Black families in Big Spring, this sharp decline in prices is only part of the story. The town's reliance on the oil industry means that when oil prices fall, as they have recently, the entire economy suffers. Black workers in Big Spring, particularly those in the oil and gas sector, have been hit hard by layoffs and wage reductions, leaving them less financially secure and less able to take advantage of the market downturn. The sharp decline in home prices might seem like an opportunity for Black homebuyers. But with mortgage rates at 7%, the reality of homeownership remains out of reach for many. Big Spring's median household income of $53,000, combined with rising inflation, makes it even more challenging for Black families to invest in property. The combination of high mortgage rates, rising property taxes, and insurance premiums creates an environment where owning a home feels increasingly impossible. For Black homeowners already in Big Spring, the slowdown in the real estate market means that they may face significant losses in home value while struggling to make ends meet with increased costs. For Black investors, Big Spring's falling prices could represent an opportunity to buy low, but the town's heavy reliance on oil means there's a significant amount of risk. Big Spring's market is volatile, and the lack of economic diversification makes it hard for Black families to settle here long-term. For Black homebuyers, purchasing in Big Spring means navigating an unpredictable market and uncertain job prospects, factors that can make homeownership both an opportunity and a gamble. Number 5. Georgetown. Georgetown, a charming town known for its Victorian town square, has seen its real estate market cool significantly, with prices dropping by 23%. For Black families, Georgetown has always been an attractive destination due to its small-town feel and proximity to Austin. However, even with these price drops, Georgetown remains a difficult market to enter. Rising mortgage rates combined with increasing property taxes and insurance premiums create significant financial barriers to Black homeownership. The median household income of $80,000 in Georgetown is higher than the state average, but for many Black families, it's still not enough to keep up with rising housing costs. Georgetown's real estate boom during the pandemic meant prices soared, pricing out many Black families who were already struggling to find affordable housing in the area. Now, with the market cooling and inventory rising, Black buyers may see an opportunity to enter the market at a lower price. However, the financial strain remains. Even though prices are down, the combination of high mortgage rates and increasing property taxes means that monthly payments are still unaffordable for many. Black families hoping to buy in Georgetown will need to weigh the risks carefully, as the long-term financial implications of buying in this market could still be difficult to manage. For Black investors, Georgetown's price drops might look appealing, but the rising property taxes and insurance premiums could eat into any potential returns. Georgetown's growth was largely driven by an influx of remote workers during the pandemic. But as remote work slows and more people return to office jobs, the demand for homes in this area could drop. For Black homeowners and investors, this could be a risky time to invest in Georgetown, as the market is still adjusting to the post-pandemic reality. Number 4. Pecos. Pecos, located in West Texas, has also seen a dramatic downturn in its real estate market. With prices falling sharply, the affordability of homes in Pecos may seem like an opportunity for Black homebuyers. However, the town's reliance on oil and gas, industries that fluctuate wildly, means that Pecos's market is anything but stable. Black families in Pecos, like many in rural Texas, often struggle to secure stable employment opportunities outside of these volatile industries. The lack of economic diversification makes it difficult for Black families to build wealth, even in a down market. The market downturn in Pecos could offer a chance for Black investors to purchase property at a low cost. But for families hoping to settle long-term, the financial realities may still be difficult to overcome. With limited job prospects and a lack of economic growth in the area, homeownership could feel like a risky venture. Additionally, rising mortgage rates and insurance premiums are exacerbating the problem, making it even harder for Black homebuyers to navigate the real estate market. For those already invested in Pecos real estate, the drop in home values means that Black homeowners could face significant financial losses. The slow pace of recovery and the volatility of the town's economy make it challenging for Black families to see a positive return on their investments. While Pecos may offer opportunities for some, the overall economic uncertainty makes it difficult to rely on homeownership as a means of building long-term wealth. Number 3. Rio Grande City. Rio Grande City, located along the U.S.-Mexico border, has seen a 21% drop in home prices, presenting challenges for Black families trying to invest in property. The local economy, largely dependent on agriculture and small retail, has struggled to recover from the pandemic, and with limited job opportunities, Black residents face significant obstacles in securing stable employment and home ownership. While home prices are lower in Rio Grande City compared to other Texas cities, the financial barriers are still high for many Black families who have not been able to build wealth through previous generations. For Black homebuyers, the affordability of Rio Grande City's real estate market is both a blessing and a curse. While the low prices may seem like an opportunity, the lack of economic growth means that the market is unlikely to rebound quickly. Black buyers could find themselves purchasing homes in a market that's stagnant and struggling to recover. With mortgage rates near 7% and property taxes climbing, even affordable homes in Rio Grande City become less attainable. For Black investors, Rio Grande City could be an opportunity to purchase affordable property, but the slow-moving local economy means that it may take years for home values to appreciate. The lack of job opportunities and economic growth make it difficult to rely on property as a solid wealth-building strategy. For Black homeowners, the low property values may mean a slow road to financial stability. Number 2. San Saba. San Saba, a small town known for its pecans, has seen a 22% drop in home prices, making it more affordable for Black families looking to purchase property. However, San Saba's rural economy relies heavily on agriculture, and Black families in the area have often faced limited job opportunities and lower wages. While the lower home prices may seem like an opportunity, the lack of economic diversification and limited access to higher-paying jobs means that Black families may struggle to sustain homeownership long-term. For Black investors, San Saba could offer a chance to buy property at a lower cost. However, the town's small size and lack of economic growth may make it difficult to see significant returns. For Black homeowners, the challenges of living in a rural town with few job opportunities are compounded by the rising costs of insurance and property taxes. Even though homes are more affordable, the overall financial strain means that homeownership in San Saba may not be the wealth-building opportunity many Black families hope for. The lack of local economic opportunities makes San Saba a tough place for Black families to build wealth through homeownership. While prices are lower, the long-term prospects are uncertain. For Black buyers hoping to secure a better future for their families, San Saba presents significant challenges, both financially and socially. Number 1. Leander. Leander, once one of Texas' fastest-growing cities, has seen a significant 24% drop in home prices. For Black families who were priced out during the pandemic boom, this could seem like a rare opportunity to enter the market. However, the reality is that the rising property taxes, insurance premiums, and mortgage rates still make homeownership unaffordable for many. While prices may have dropped, Black buyers still face the challenge of securing financing and affording monthly payments in a market where the costs of ownership are climbing faster than wages. For Black families who were previously priced out, Leander's slowdown could provide an opportunity to buy, but the financial pressure remains intense. The city's rapid growth was driven by an influx of remote workers, but now that remote work is slowing down, the market is cooling, and the competition for affordable housing is even more fierce. Leander's higher-than-average property taxes and insurance premiums make it difficult for many Black families to thrive in the city, even as prices fall. For Black investors, Leander presents both an opportunity and a risk. The city's rapid expansion could mean significant returns, but the volatility of the market and the rising costs of living make it difficult to rely on property investments as a sure bet. Leander's current market slowdown is a tough reminder of how rising costs can put home ownership out of reach for many Black families, no matter how much prices drop. And that wraps up our tour of these Texas cities facing significant struggles in the 2025 housing crisis. As we've seen, once thriving towns are now grappling with plummeting home prices, economic instability, and an outflow of residents. What was once a booming real estate market has turned into a cautionary tale, and these cities are now warning signs of how quickly fortunes can change. While it may seem like these towns are fading away, there could still be opportunities for those looking to buy at lower prices. But for others, it serves as a stark reminder of how unpredictable the housing market can be, and the importance of making strategic decisions when it comes to investments. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to bring you critical updates on this and other important issues. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next one.